Hello everybody, Iain, Robson here. Welcome back to an episode of County Line. Alright, so in the last episode I alluded to the fact that I may purchase a new tractor today in order to facilitate doing two things at once with bigger tractors, and we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So in order to... let me get out of the way for this truck. Go ahead, truck, fine. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Anyways, so in order to facilitate this, we're going to go ahead and sell a little bit of these charcoal / fire starters that we have piled up. And as I mentioned a while back, I was asking about. Okay, that's interesting. I was curious as to whether or not it would be possible to have a U-Haul type thing on the hook lift pack, and apparently there was one. I believe Farmer Beavis hooked me up with this one. I believe maybe it was somebody else, but anyways, we have one now, which is pretty awesome. So for little things like this, it's pretty cool because you can pick up 8 pallets at once and just drop them off over here, while we have our semi-truck doing things like hauling grain, for example. So I think that's kind of neat. Also, at the same time, we have our spring, I guess it would be winter canola. I'm not sure if that's this thing, but we planted this in the winter and now it's ready to go. So we are currently harvesting this canola as we speak also, which is excellent because it is keeping things underway. And I don't know what our stores are like, but I imagine they're decent now. So we have 144,000 liters of canola now. We have 152,000 liters of wheat and 224,000 liters of barley. So that's from the barley harvest we just finished up there. So that's pretty darn good so far. Not bad at all. So as you can see, this guy is dropping a little bit of, he's doing the chaff here, doing the chopped straw thing. So what we'll do is we'll get that rolling in a moment. So this guy's actually almost done. I think I started this a while ago. I was waiting for someone to upload and I was like, I don't need to see all of this harvest. So I think the only time I'd really do a harvest all on camera, I've done it before, it depends on the size of the field, but usually if I do a complete harvest on camera, it's either a smaller field or I'm streaming, usually. One or the other. Alright, let's hop over back to this truck here. Wow. That's only like, what, 2 pallets? Not even? Let's just move it back here a little bit more. There we go. That's only 2 pallets. There's a Union Pacific, looks like. Nice. I need to get back in the TSX heavy haul. CSX heavy haul. So the tractor we're looking to purchase, of course, is we're going to go for a John Deere. We're going to go for a John Deere RX, I believe is the appropriate. I haven't tried this guy though yet. He might be good for the might be good for a little auger, something like that. It's not very powerful. I think it's how much is it? 56 horsepower, so could be fun, kind of fun to jaunt around with it. Anyways, the one we're looking for is this one here, the 9R series. So this is the one that I think Donald hooked me up with. I found it on the Mod Hub. Let's go ahead and get the most powerful here because that's what we need. So that's going to cost us $588,000. That's cool. We want singles. No, we want row tracks. We could go row tracks or the row track. We could go the crawler. I believe the crawler is the RX version of the John Deere, which is a pretty powerful tractor that came out not too long ago. We want the rain cap exhaust because I just like the way that looks a bit better. Steel tanks. I didn't really notice the difference on this, so we're just going to leave it as steel tanks for the time being. We'll set up, we'll leave with a crawler, so we have one with crawlers, one without crawlers. Someone mentioned in the comments that, wow, that really makes it that much more expensive? Holy moly. $255,000 for that upgrade? Holy smokes. So without the upgrade, that's only $331,000. So for the 420 horsepower upgrade, the 470 horsepower, the 520, we could probably get away with just doing this. We don't need the RX. And that's these, wow, that really increases the price considerably. Really, wait a minute, 620 horsepower for the R, and for the R, well, that makes sense. Oh, okay, there we go. That doesn't make any sense. So 580, so if we go through all of the, wow, that's really bizarre. Say, look. 500 and... oh, I see. Wow, there's quite a few options for this tractor. I didn't realize how many options there were. So look at that. There's a 370, the 420, the 470, the 540, the 570, the 620R. The RX is a 420 version. So we went with the 620 Wow, that's crazy. 620 RX. That's why it's so expensive, because the RX. So let's see. Let's see if we can get 620 horsepower at a cheaper price. Yeah, there we go. So there's a 9620R. I don't know what the difference between the R and the RX is. The horsepower is the same, but there's an R and RX. I guess the RX technically is with crawlers, but yeah, let's go ahead and buy that puppy. If we can save a couple $100,000, let's go for it. Let's go ahead and check that new tractor out. That's still selling. I don't know how much money we made all together, but so far it's been pretty profitable. And if we go into here, you'll see that our prices here are tanking. Over here, where is it here? This right here, a charcoal tank. His price is tanking. We probably could sell pallets and wood chips too, looks like. So we'll see what the tally is finally. Let's go hop around. No, 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 nope, nope. Here we are. So this is the 9620R. There's obviously an RX version that you saw before. This is really a nice version. So this is one from the mod hub. So we made $346,000 from that. I feel like that's not enough. We should have made more. But this is a nice little tractor. It's got some IC involved here, which is kind of neat. So you can put the steering wheel up, steering wheel down. You can pop it out like that. Lift up the armrest if you like. You can actually adjust the seat, which is kind of bizarre in this thing too. You can put it back. You can actually rotate the seat. I don't know if you can rotate that way, just the one way. And I don't think there was anything else in here. Can you do the windows? No. Anyways, that's what's involved in this one. So this is a nice tractor, one of the nice John Deere 9R tractors. Again, I got it on Mod Hub. And there's that rain cap as opposed to the standard exhaust. I just like the way it looks, because when you fire it up, you get the little the flapping. I don't know why. I think that's interesting. I like it better with older tractors, but with the tractor it works too. So now that we have this option, let's go ahead and put it to work. That's not ours. It just happens to be there. So one of the things I mentioned is that I would like to be able to do a little bit of two things at once, basically. So first thing we need to do is we've already fertilized field number 7, and we want to plow that. So we're going to work on that right now. So I'm just heading down to field number 7 there. It looks like they're almost done in that field over there too. So this is actually, honestly, out of all the bigger John Deeres, this is one of the better ones I've seen. The mirrors actually work. The mirrors aren't perfect though, as you can see, but the fact it's got a little bit of IC, it looks decent on the inside. It's not horrendous, because there's lots and lots of bad John Deere mods out there. Nothing against John Deere specifically, it's just that the people who make the mods do a good job for the most part, but there are lots of jobs that aren't so great for them as well, so keep that in mind. But this one actually was one of the nicer ones. Again, like I mentioned before, Donald hooked me up with this one, or he pointed it out to me. See how the beacons work? Not too bad. Donald loves his John Deere, so he pointed this one out to me and said, "Hey, you might like this one." So I checked it out not too long ago, and I was like, "Whoa, Donald, you hit the bullseye on that one, that's for sure." Oh, that's a lot of lights, jeez. So this is one, and I just thought I'd check it out, use it. So I checked it out in a video not too long ago. The flywheel even works there. Flywheel. The fan works on that one. I don't know why I keep calling it the flywheel, because it's definitely not the flywheel at all. Oh goodness. Anyways, so this particular implement we're going to be using right here is the plow, and it does require quite a large tractor, which is why we picked up on one of these. So let's go ahead and get this rolling on here. So we need to, this is the field we picked up not too long ago, and we need to get this rolling. The weird thing about this is this stops really, really quickly. Like, I let go of the gas, it just like stops, comes to a dead stop. What should we do? How should we do this? I could... This is one of those things that I wouldn't normally put on camera because it does take a while to do this, but I'll show you a little bit of it here with this, because I think this particular implement requires, I think it's, what was the actual horsepower requirement on? I think it's like 400 or 500 on it. So this particular John Deere has 620 horsepower if memory serves. Alright, let's go ahead and get this lined up here. So like I said, I just put my foot down, let my foot off the gas, and then it's like within seconds it's like, oh hey, you're done. This isn't 6 meters, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's 8 meters wide. let's 0 that, and let's get that lined up here. I know it's not 6 meters. There we go, 7.8. That makes a lot more sense. Let's lower it down. Get this started here. So because we're using the Culti plow here, we're basically plowing and going back to the original state that it's in right now. But as you can see, we're losing a level of fertilization. Or I say, it's removing a level of fertilization. That's okay though, because we're going to put another layer of fertilization down with the new hull that's over there. So we'll get that rolling ASAP basically. But it's a pretty good tractor actually. It's pretty nice. It's got some nice little features in it. It's not perfect, as you can see, as I mentioned about the mirrors. Of course, they are not perfect by a long shot, but they'll definitely do the job. That one looks like it's off, but that one looks like it's okay for the most part. You can see around the edges here a little bit that they're that it's missing. It's not quite filling the whole mirror, but other than that, it's not too bad. I want to say it's based on the Case quad track, but it looks like it's been adjusted a little bit. As you can see, the tracks do move around a little bit of stutter there. Looks pretty good though. You can see the drive shaft in there as well, moving. It's got a 3-point hitch on it, which is nice, as well as a drawbar. I guess that would be the right terms if memory serves. The lights are okay. As you can see, it's really bright once it actually gets said and done. But yeah, pretty good, pretty cool tractor all in all, if I do say so myself. Like I said, I probably won't show all of this on camera because it does take a little bit of time to go through all of this. We want just disappear. There we go. Because it does take quite a while to do this whole field, but it needs to be done because we need to have this field ready to go for the BGA, because the BGA is right there, and this field, like I mentioned, is going to be a grass field specifically for the BGA. So we're going to put grass in this field, and it's going to be designed only for the BGA over there. We probably could use that technically too, but I like the idea of having a field dedicated to this. And also means we have to fertilize the field, which is another aspect that our grass fields thus far have been have lacked, I guess would be the right way to say it. Because they've just been like standard grass fields, like that one over there, for example. It just doesn't require any fertilization at all. It just comes up every single time. So, also this means that we probably should upgrade our mowing capacity in the near future. So maybe that's what we'll do next episode. We'll get enough money to upgrade our mowing capacity. Because right now we're using just the speed rower, which now we have what? We have 1, 2, 3 bigger fields. So we may have to upgrade our mowing capacity either to butterfly mower or the Big M. I'm leaning towards the Big M because I love that thing. Alright. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Put that down there. There we go. This is a long and tedious process to do this with this with this particular plow, but I don't know. I like the job it does. So that's the reason why I keep it around. I do have some other options for plows, but as I've mentioned before, where are we here? Plows. We do have some other options. For example, we could use the Big Bud one, which requires 550 horsepower, which is a 10.2 meter plow, so it's 2 meters wider. I don't know how much of a better job it would do, but that's an option. We have these two, which I think are 11 meters-ish. This one I think is 15 meters, which of course is not really a plow in the end. It's more of a, it's not a plow. It's a disc, but it acts like a plow. And then we have the disc ripper, which is 11 meters. That one's a bit better, but so far I've been sticking with the Culti plow for the time being. But I think it probably would be time to upgrade. But let me know what you think about that in the comments. Do you think we should upgrade one of those? Although it's not as quote-unquote realistic. You can't see me, but I'm doing the little quotation marks here. It is a bit more realistic to use something like this as opposed to one of those, but let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below about upgrading one of those other plows. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't agree. Oh, apparently our CR1090 is done. Let's go check on that real quick. Oh, nice. And where's the stagger coming around here? Alright, let's put the pipe out for it here. Excellent. There we go. Unload, and we'll send the driver home once he's fully unloaded. Once the combine's fully unloaded, at least. And right now, I think that's the only field that we have done. I think there's one other field we will harvest in the near future. I don't know which one it is though. Which one was it? Oops, ready to harvest. 18. We'll be ready to harvest soon. Maybe next, maybe tomorrow. Let's go ahead and unfold that. Unfold our header here. There we go. Lower the header down. Detach. Hold up the combine for the time being. How many hours do we have on this combine? 11.6? Not very many hours, actually. Not many hours at all. Which is kind of surprising, actually. I would have thought that we would have a few more hours. Alright, so let's take it over to the next field, which isn't quite ready yet, but will be soon. Like I said, we're going to go to field 18 is the next field. Stagger's just unloading there, which is excellent. I actually didn't have to adjust the overload course for that field at all. It was pretty slick, actually. So, I think it's barley in this field, or oats. I think it's oats, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, I don't want to go this way. I want to turn right here. Let's go over to the grass. Yeah, so that's that thing I mentioned in the last episode about the... there we go. Leave that there. That's the thing I mentioned about this field. For whatever reason, it was just kind of like strips of it already. Oats. Yeah, it was oats. Maybe we'll make straw out of this field. But yeah, that's so bizarre. But it'll probably be ready. Like some of it will be ready next episode. Some of it will be ready. Some of it won't be ready. So I don't know. Anyways, let's hop over to this truck and tell it to drive the course, and let it go back. I'm gonna go back to this truck, and then actually we can just drive it. We don't need to have this done by courseplay. There we go. So we'll drop this off here. So that's a canola being harvested. That's the whole canola harvested, I should say. And now that is done. So I could say, like I said, that field's ready to go, ready to be mown. Which we don't. I don't know. I don't know if we have. Let's check the prices real quick. What are the prices for anything? Is anything a really good price that's really worth selling for us right now? Let's see here. 1,400 is the highest I've seen wheat and barley, so no, that's not the highest price I've seen. Sunflowers, we have some sunflowers, but not very many. That's actually a pretty good price for corn. I don't know if it gets any higher than that. To sell the corn or not? We need to feed our cows. We've been feeding our cows corn as of late, so probably not a great idea to sell the corn. And we actually finished. The corn in the other. Where am I here? Also, I've been trying to clean this bunker up because apparently I can't get this on the sides at all. So I've been using the sweeper just to delete, the edges here to see if we can't maybe reuse it. But I think what we're going to do is next time around when we make silage, we're not going to use this because it didn't seem to work as well as I liked. This is doing okay so far for filling up with silage, but I don't know what's going on here. These bunkers are a little bit bizarre because, like, maybe it's something was to do with the triggers or the edges here, but it doesn't seem to like the edges. I can't pick up any of the silage that's here, so we'll probably end up using, or at least trying this out, which is where are you? No, not that. This guy right here, the fermenter, which holds 500,000 liters, which makes biodigestate as a byproduct, which is kind of neat. So probably end up using that, not at the moment, but in the future we'll probably move towards that as opposed to using these because this didn't work out as well as I would have liked. I think it's because maybe it's because of something like this because these are close to each other or something, but you can see the collision isn't quite perfect there. So, all right, let's unload the back trailer there. I do like this combination, it's pretty slick. There we go. Excellent. Now let's check the prices once again, just to see if there's anything. Did I harvest any of these ones over here? No. Oh, that would have been nice if we had oats. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe next episode we'll be able to sell some oats. Yeah, it's not worth selling any of this right now because this is, we can get a higher price than this. I'm pretty sure of that. So, all right, let's put the truck away for the time being because we don't need it. Put it back in our shed. We do have a couple more pallets of charcoal and fire starter we could use, so maybe we'll use that up in the next little while. And we're probably going to need to move some more seeds over here soon. I don't know what the levels are like, but I imagine they're pretty close to being, not empty, but they need to be topped up. So the hard part's making sure you keep those things topped up all the time, because if you don't, you'll run into problems post-haste quickly. Alright, there we go. Let's put this back over here. And put the covers on. There we go. Oh, I'm like, that's bizarre. Why does it look so strange? It's the roof. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so I totally forgot where I was going with this. And let's hop into this truck actually real quick. And then we'll grab these other 2 pallets here and sell them. Might as well while we're here. As you can see on this truck, you can put the 3-point hitch if you wish. I had it to move something around briefly, so that's the reason why I had it over here. Alright, let's pick up these 2 pallets, that one and that one. It's weird, the actual range of this pickup for this particular pallet, or this particular trailer, feels really small. Like you really have to get super close to the pallets in order to pick it up. I know this is cheating in some people's eyes, but I hate handling pallets. So let's send these ones away because we want to sell these ones too. We might as well. Because I believe the mower is around the $400,000 mark, somewhere in that area. So we're just going to hold on to this for a moment. There we go. And it's going to stop at that waypoint. Once it actually stops, we'll set it to continue. There we are. Excellent. So this guy's done as well, so we can stop this driver. Let's move him over to the other field real quick. Put the cover on here. Move him over to the other field for the time being, because we don't need that yet. And this is why I end up doing courseplay, end up setting up courseplay for things like culti plowing, because now it's not getting done because I'm moving stuff around and doing things. I don't know. That's just the way I play, though. I like to let things roll when I'm, working on other things, focusing on other tasks. I don't know. Everyone's got a different play style, right? So for me, it's kind of like, I guess the description people often use is a farm manager, I guess. So there we are. That combination does look pretty slick together. Albeit red's not my favorite color, but that looks great together. Just red in general. Not because it's a case, just because it's red. And I imagine this guy's stuck. This is kind of interesting. They kind of just waits at this stop, and then once it's done, he'll just drive past it. But really what's happening, it's trying to drive through that, but it can't because the arm's down, which is kind of funny. Anyways, that's that. This tractor, we could actually have this tractor. What was the field that we just worked on? We just finished 33. I think we can probably, let's see here. Fertilized. Oh, they both need plowing now? Oh. Ew. Well then, that's going to be quite interesting. But they both need to be fertilized, so that's okay. We'll get these fertilized. Yikes. 2 of those big fields need to be fertilized or plowed at the same time. That's never fun. Also, this T7 is pretty slick. The T7 heavy duty. I don't know why I didn't use it before, but I like the way it looks. Pretty slick on the front. I don't think I've seen a T7 in real life. I've seen a T9 in real life. They're pretty humongous. I don't think I've seen T7 heavy duty. I don't know if we even have them in Canada. T7s maybe, but maybe not the heavy duty versions. I don't know. Alright, so let's go for this 81% fertilizer. That should be fine. I don't know where the first waypoint is here, but 10 needs to be fertilized, and so does 33 now. Yes, they do. There we go. Set that up. I don't know where the first waypoint is, so I'm just gonna let him do his thing. So, are you still stuck on that guardrail? Yes, you are. Sometimes stuff like that happens. In the old courseplay, what used to happen is they used to try to back up and then go and they try to back up and try to get it unstuck, but I don't know if they've changed the way it does things now. This is going to take a while. We might have to upgrade in the next episode, that plow. Because going from 8 meters to 15 meters would be gorgeous. But that definitely is more realistic, so. Like I said, okay, what I'll do is I'll let this guy work off camera, and you guys let me know about that plow, whether or not we should upgrade to one of those other plows that we have available to us, or not. Like I said, the other plow we could use... There we are. It's way down there now. The other plows we could use is one of these true tandems. We could upgrade to the Big Bud. That's a possibility, but then we do have, we probably would have to cultivate after that. And we have this option, the big John Deere 15 meter plow, technically, but it's a disc. And we have the John Deere disc ripper at 11 meters. So let me know in the comments below what you think we should upgrade to. My name is Iain Robson. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more County Line. Catch you guys later.